Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel. I absolutely encourage any likes, shares, comments, or subscribes. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance, Sag. Let's get straight into it and have a look. What's the weekly theme for those born under the sign of Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you're heavily dominated by the sign of Sagittarius in your natal chart. Let's have a look and see what the theme is for Sagittarius for the upcoming week. And you have Soul Song. I believe the sign of Leo had this last week, so I'm not sure if there's a connection here to a Leo that you're communicating with, whether directly or indirectly here, Sagittarius. This could be significant for some of you. This is tuning into the soundtrack of life. Your soul emits a beautiful song. So basically, your melody is being heard by those around you. This is a zest for life. This is a passion in your career. This is possibly a relationship connection happening here. You're singing a very beautiful tune here, Sagittarius. Your song travels through light and is the background music of your life. I almost feel like there's a melody you're tuning out here. And people are tuning in, and this is very powerful. This is your inner world, syncing with your physical world. So I like what this represents. So basically you're being called to something here. You know, you've got your heart chakra here, you've got your mind. This is soul and mind. This is power coming together here to formulate something very beautiful with your soul song here. This is also harmony. When you think of melody and harmony, it's created by all these little bits and pieces that formulate the one. So I feel like there's a plethora of bits and pieces of a person, of a connection, and it's all being formulated into one beautiful harmony here. One beautiful soul song. And this is something that makes you genuinely happy. This is something that fulfills your higher consciousness, which is your soul. So I'm not sure if someone else is doing this to you, Sagittarius, or you're doing this to someone else, but there is a very powerful energy here. And as I said, it's creating all those little bits and bobs to create a masterpiece here. So this is very beautiful. Let's have a look using the Shadowscapes Tarot, how this applies for you in the upcoming week. First card you have here is the Nine of Swords. Something you felt a little bit uneasy about. The Nine of Swords is sort of our thoughts spiraling out of control. Maybe some dark thoughts, maybe quite analytical or harsh energy here. The swords do represent communication. This may, of course, be an air sign around you, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I almost feel like there's a pattern here. Now, a soul song is very uplifting and very energetic. So energetically speaking, I almost feel like you're being taken away from that Nine of Swords energy. This is preempting a certain situation, preempting things that haven't quite happened, preempting conversation, preempting someone else's thoughts. This isn't possible for us to do this, but I can see it's almost like a spiral, a dark spiral, and you know, it's you being sucked into that vortex here. So be careful not to get carried away with certain thoughts here, Sagittarius. Now, this, of course, could be someone else coming in with thoughts. Pessimism, maybe. You know, the Nine of Swords isn't overly confident. He's holding his sword close to him. He sees the dark ravens in the sky. He has wings to fly, yet he chooses to stay down low. So it's someone that's scared to soar, someone that sees the light, or maybe they can't see the light right now because they're too distracted by the journey there. So coming back to, as I said, you know, that harmony and melodies are made of so many notes, so many musical notes, some that are high, some that are deep, some that are low, some that are, you know, it's all part of the journey. And I almost feel like you're taking the good with the bad, especially in relation to the people that you're working with or perhaps communicating with as well. You're being called to something. Notice how there's this beautiful light at the top. There's light at the end of this tunnel here for you, Sagittarius. I'm not sure if you'll need to encounter this spiral until you can finally have your song, but I almost feel like It's a bit of a waiting game, and you need to take the good with the bad. This makes me think of something like, I'm not sure if this is you, this is another person, but it's being in an energy where it could even be dread. Dread because you don't want to do the nitty-gritty. Dread because you don't want to fuss about the things that need to be addressed. You just want the outcome already here, Sagittarius. And the outcome could potentially be very positive, absolutely. But to get to that song, to end on that masterpiece, to end on that final note, I do believe there's things you'll need to encounter. Especially with that Nine of Swords energy. You're dreading them a little bit, but it needs to be done. Everyone has to go through it. Especially when it comes to communication, or if you are dealing with an air sign, you've got a set of wings here, air energy. The Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The Ace of Cups is gifted from the universe, from spirit, the gods, God, the angels, the universe, something you've attracted into your own existence through the power of your mind. The Ace of Cups speaks about a cleansing or a renewal. It could be an offer of love or a new opportunity that promises emotional fulfillment, that is quite rewarding, that can give you quite a lot of joy, security, and a sense of belonging. What you're not seeing though, you're looking away from it. Your mind is too distracted by the nitty-gritty. You're taking away the magic from something here. You're taking away from your soul song because you're too busy focusing on maybe the negative parts, or focusing on the hardship, or focusing on the challenges that may lie ahead between you and another person, between you and your career, between you and achieving your goals in the upcoming week. You're too distracted to see what the happiness, the bliss, the centering energy. You're looking away. You're too busy. Your thoughts are spiraling out of control here because you're not seeing the positives. The Ace of Cups is that beautiful water energy. And I don't think you're noticing this right now. There could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio around you wanting to offer you love, wanting to offer you commitment maybe. Some sort of emotional attachment that may be formed here. I love this column. I do believe this person is responding to your melody. Responding to the vibes, the energy that you're sending out, whether it's conscious, whether it's subconscious, whether it's verbal, whether it's obvious, or whether it's more subliminal. Either way, your vibes are reaching people. But you don't notice this about yourself in the upcoming week here, Sagittarius. But it is cleansing. Water is emotion, it's cleansing, it's offering a cup of emotion. There's substance, there's something there. There's an underlying message or an underlying theme. I wouldn't say hidden agenda, but there is someone there that residually has feelings or cares about you very deeply. But I'm seeing for the most part, one of you could be distracted by, how are we going to do this? Well, how will I achieve this? I think it's more important for you to focus on the end result. Yes, it's hard to notice how things matter in the grand scheme of things. Say, for example, take a tapestry, which is beautiful and bright and embedded with all these thousands and hundreds of thousands of threads. But without these threads, the tapestry would in question not exist, because the tapestry is these very threads, these very individual threads, these individual notes is what makes up to a greater soul song, is what makes up a greater picture, a grander picture. So you're not seeing how these, whatever it is that's happening around you, you're not seeing how this will add up to a bigger picture, but it all makes sense in hindsight. And maybe you'll see this towards the end of the week. The Eight of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy again. This is the search for something deeper. Okay. You're only looking perhaps at things at surface level here, Sagittarius, or someone around you, maybe it's a water sign, that's trying to look for something deep, trying to find a deeper substance, a deeper meaning to your connection. Or maybe you're trying to find more meaning to a friendship, a relationship, a career, a goal. Maybe you're trying to find soul purpose here, but you're too distracted by the corners of your mind. The mind is very powerful. It can be very pessimistic. It can be very optimistic. And I think for the most part, you're not inviting enough good light in, Sagittarius. because you're too distracted. Concentrate on how you feel, not so much what you're thinking, but what you're feeling about this person, about yourself, about when you do good things for other people or when you do bad things to other people. Think about how that makes you feel, because this is what's going to resonate with your soul song. Eight of Cups is perception. It is searching for something deep and meaningful. It is you going on a journey, on a quest. I think there's something deeper happening here for some of you. If you are dealing with a water sign maybe, or someone who is quite intuitive, someone that can be quite emotionally sensitive, someone that is very expressive about how they're feeling. If this person exudes these sort of qualities, I think this is the person that's coming up for you in the upcoming week. There's emotional investment here. Someone is investing a lot in you. There's a lot riding on this, I feel. I almost feel like some of you are finding someone who's going to add these beautiful notes to this song of yours. You know, they're coming towards you, and you can see this mermaid swimming down to the soul song here. So there's someone that you're attracting. It's almost like it's a very fluid relationship or connection. It's very effortless. It just flows. And I think this person is coming near. I think you're also finding a deeper meaning to something. It could be to a career. It could be to a purpose. It could be to a life direction. But you're finding depth. You're edging closer to it. So that's very, very exciting here, Sagittarius. I will leave it at that, though. I hope this has been insightful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week ahead, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Thanks again, Sag. Bye for now.